Now, depending on your style of editing, you may or may not like to use the buttons that are below both the source and the program panels. Now, one thing I do like is that no matter what my style is, I can customize the interface to work best for me. If I don't like to use any buttons at all and I don't even want to see them, I can go to this wrench here and uncheck Show Transport Controls. It gives me a little more screen real estate for my image, and I'm not distracted by the buttons. On the flip side, if I do like to use these buttons, or as they're referred to, the transport controls, I can turn them back on, and with this little plus button, I can edit which buttons I see and even add some buttons that aren't there by default. Now I'm going to step over to the program panel because there's actually a few more buttons that I can add and modify my options. When I click on this, I see all the buttons that are available. If I hover my mouse over any of these buttons, it will tell me what that button does, and also if there is a keyboard shortcut that might go along with that button. So if I wanted to add buttons to the layout, I can simply drag them to the location where I want them to reside. So one of the ones that I do use a lot is I like to toggle my multi-camera on and off, and I don't want to use a keyboard shortcut. So I'm going to go ahead and just drag that down here. And let's see, what else would I like to add? I think I want to be able to start and stop my multicam record. And the other thing I like is seeing safe margins. That allows me to very easily see if my graphics or my titles will be cut off when they're aired on television. I can also put in or remove spacers, and in this case, I'm going to go ahead and remove some elements. I think I'm going to remove my mark in and my mark out because I just use the I and the O key for that, and I can do that by just simply dragging them outside the box. When I'm all done, I can simply hit OK, and as you see, my buttons have been updated to the ones that I use. If I make my window smaller than the available button space, I'll actually get a new button to replace all the missing buttons, and when I click on that, it's simply a drop-down window with text showing me what actions I can perform. Let's go ahead and stretch out our window and test out one of our buttons. I think we're going to look at safe margins. As you see, it's very effective. It's showing me title safe and action safe. And if you notice there's a couple of extra lines, that would be for center cut. So if I'm showing a high definition image on a standard definition television, I can see where the sides are cut off. And to remove the visual clutter for now, I'm going to go ahead and turn that back off. So no matter what your editing style, Adobe Premiere Pro will adapt to your needs, whether it's extra buttons, the buttons that are there by default, or no buttons at all.